Thank you very much, Jessica. It's wonderful to be associated with success. And TCI is clearly a thundering success. What you have seen and heard this afternoon is the proverbial tip of the iceberg being the annual report. I had an opportunity to read the annual report. I'm not sure how many of you have had that opportunity, but I hope you'll all read it. It is very, very impressive. One of the recommendations that the advisory committee made at its last meeting to Prabhu was that he should diversify funding. But we didn't really imagine that he would bring in Tarina at the tune of more than $13 million. That kind of adds a tremendous opportunity to this project to amplify what could be done with the Tata money. And of course, fortunately, the Tata money is not reduced because you bring in more money from elsewhere. We also recommended that over time, the TCI should move into other countries as well, and maybe eventually ending up with some work also in Africa. We are not in a great hurry to make that happen, Prabhu, but hopefully within 2 or 3 years we would see TCI being not only in India but also in other countries, because you have a model that works. And you're in an area now which is very much in vogue. There's a lot of debate about how to improve food systems for the benefit of health and nutrition. How can we change the food system in such a way that the diets will be more healthy? And one of the things you are doing is you're not limiting yourselves to food, but you're also adding water and sanitation. So you're moving from the healthy diet to nutrition, which is something that's critically important. Now, there is a tremendous amount of stuff being written right now, and there are lots of meetings about how to change the food system and for better nutrition. But almost all of that is conceptual. And if I see another flow diagram showing how you go from food systems to nutrition, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. It's amazing how innovative people are in writing flow diagrams. But of course, it doesn't really lead to action, at least not directly. What you're doing, Prabhu and your team, is to do empirically based research that is going to guide action and policy, including policy action. And I think that's exactly what is needed, and much of your work is based on primary data collection, which again is very important. We need to get beyond the 5 or 6 pathways that everybody now understands exist. One more paper on that with a few flow diagrams isn't going to make a difference, but what you're doing could make a tremendous difference. Another lesson that we learned from this project, and we saw that demonstrated this afternoon, is that this is not just about research. Research is very important, but so is training, so that we get more research and more action in the future. And this combination of graduate training and solid empirically based policy relevant research is what this project or this program is known for, and that is very, very important. Somebody mentioned it has to be multidisciplinary. Yes, of course it does. The solutions are multidisciplinary, and you recognize that not only in the research you're doing, the students you are working with, but also in the faculty that you're working with. It is a truly multidisciplinary effort, and not just something that we kind of say, but it's actually happening. So with that, Prabhu and your team, On behalf of the advisory committee and on my own behalf, I want to congratulate you for the tremendous success that you made during these 3 years. If I can take credit for anything, it will be when I encouraged you to take over the leadership of this program. That was a wonderful decision on the part of everybody involved. So congratulations, and I look forward to continued success in the future.